is Team 17, and we were working on our BookMark app. I'm Alex Turner.
I'm Nicole Murph.
I'm Holly Galbraith.
Aaron Fisk.
I am Pauline Cavasele.
And this is our BookMark app for tracking books and setting reminders to read, keeping notes of things. Over here on our main landing page is pretty blank right now. Adding a book. You can type in part of the title, part of the author, or you can just do the title or the author. And it will use the Open Library API to bring up a list of books. Clicking on the book, it'll take you to the book page. Has the title and the author, and a space for the image, as well as our rating bar. And then you can add notes. And we have our reminder settings. So hourly, daily, weekly. Let's do 3. And we'll save that. So that's how it's looking so far. We can start with Aaron. What did you work on, Aaron?
All right. So I worked a lot on the book activity, the one where it displays the book with the information, the rating bar, and all the notes when there are notes to be displayed. For whatever reason, I'm able to get the notes to display on the device that I was using to test, but we could not get it to get the notes to display on the emulation. So for whatever reason, that's something that is just kind of weird feature that works on some devices, doesn't work on others, that hopefully we'll be able to look into and figure out. But other than that, the book activity itself is able to communicate with the notes, to save those notes to a list, and display all the book information.
And I ended up working on the main activity for a lot of it, with a little bit of work in there for the notifications. For the most part, this was just getting the intent from the search manager and from the search activity, just so I can get all the results from the API and can send them back over to a list of books that you're currently reading. We also ended up working on the search activity a bit. Pretty straightforward, just getting the API data.
I also worked on the note activity, which is actually supposed to communicate with the book activity, actually, when it's going to give the user the ability to save the note whenever they need to get a reminder next time they get back to the book, so they know where they stopped from. They can also highlight things that they really like about the book they were reading, so that it can be as a reminder on as they move forward with the reading.
I worked on the reminder activity. It allows the user to go in and choose between an hourly, daily, or weekly interval. The activity it's able to get the local time of the device being used, and the user can go in and specify the time and whether it's AM or PM, and it has some validation to make sure that you type it in the correct format. And you can leave a custom reminder message. When the reminder goes off, it sends a toast with that message, and it also sends a notification to the phone with that message as well. And it also saves the last reminder settings. So if you go back into it, it'll have what you saved last.
I worked on the rating bar. I set up the default display so it would show up with 5 stars, as well as when you run the cursor over it, it would change. I set it to change with the rating bar change listener, so you wouldn't need a button to click on. It would change as soon as you clicked on it. And I also worked on using the phone's internal storage to be able to read and write to a file.
All in all, it works pretty well. I think with a little bit more time, we could probably polish it out and make it look really nice. But this is the demo for BookMark.